You can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Piers, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business
Why would I
advice.
listen to you?
Why do you?
Hey, look, you ain't be flexing on these boys. Yo, man, it's your boy Earth Wind Celestial Being in the flesh, right? This is Be Greater Podcast, and if y'all don't know, right, I'm from Chicago, South Side, born and raised, hundreds, all that, right? Listen, in Chicago, it's the third biggest city in the United States. We done had a couple illustrious people to come out of my city to grace the world with our energy, right? And one of the biggest is Kanye West right now. Nowadays, Kanye can say some of the most thought-provoking things, and in the next sentence, mess it all up, right? But what you can't take from Kanye is his business acumen, his musical mindset, and he's a visionary, right? He should be your inspiration when it comes to that, right? So listen, Kanye been making the waves, right? This is my second video on Kanye, right? So you already know he been in the headlines. He done did the Drink Champs. He had the LeBron James show. They canceling him and trying to silence him. So he sat down with Piers Morgan, right? It's a European talk show, like the #1 show in Europe. But and they finna go back and forth. They trying to get Ye to apologize, and we finna sit here and listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say the rest of my 2 cents. All I ask is a like and subscribe, and when we done with the video, listen, we won't give a whole lot of my uneducated opinions, right? Listen, so let's see what they talking about.
You don't hold accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
I'm talking about. I'm not a Karen,
to
and
the pain.
I'm not a Karen, and I'm not going to cancel you, and I'm not going to uncensor you. I'm simply going to challenge you on what you're saying. I think you don't understand the pain that you've been causing with some of these comments, and I think that one in particular, I can understand.
Oh my God! God forbid, one comment could cause people to feel any of the pain that my people have went through for years. Even like
Talking
the blacks
next.
being ushered to the left during the civil rights movement. No one has cared about blacks.
That's the conversation.
All right.
No one is.
Let me say, I agree that the racism against black people has been utterly deplorable, shameful, unacceptable, and thank God the world is beginning to move to a better place about the way it's treated black people like you. However, one form of racism doesn't justify.
Almost in a better place.
But one form of racism doesn't justify another.
It's not a better
I'm not
place.
cutting you off. I'm finishing my sentences. You can respond. One form of racism. It is racism when you say I'm going defcon for Jewish people.
I was in a position.
Can black people be racist to white people?
And this is the way I had the right to express myself. The point of this interview is for you to question me, and then for me to answer it and say, okay, even though the same rules do not apply to my people, if a person with a gun or drugs is pulled over and has three other people in the car, they're all going to jail. I'm not going to apply that to Jewish people for the sake of this
conversation. That's the conversation.
Isn't that what you wanted? But you know what you did? You tried to civil rights me. You tried to pull me back to a week ago. But we're here today. There's been plenty of conversations and commentary since that. But you want me to go back to 1960.
No.
You want me to go back to 7 days ago.
All right, let me jump in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to reflect.
Okay, so have we grown? Have we grown?
Here's how we grow. Yeah. Here's how we grow. I want you to reflect.
No, have we grown? Have we grown? You're not in charge of my growth. You're not in charge of my growth.
Okay, let me phrase it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow.
He's not answering no question. Have we grown, Piers? Piers, have we grown? Because the truth is we haven't. We haven't grown. Racism is still a thing. Slavery is still a thing. They might have released the shackles in some cases, but like the infrastructure, the institution, and the brainwashing is still there, and it's stronger than ever. But hey, I'm gonna listen to Kanye.
Grow if you choose to grow this way, and you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Piers, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business
Why
advice.
would I listen to you?
Well, why do you?
Hey, look, Ye be flexing on these boys. He like, listen, bro, how much you worth? That's big bank versus little bank, man. How much you got? Listen, why am I listening to you, right? Why am I listening to you? Kanye is like, listen, why y'all listening? But it's levels, right? Because at the end of the day, the whole reason Kanye is in trouble, because the people he mad at hit Kanye with the how much money you got. And he don't like that. He don't like that. That's why he's in a fight to do what he do. And it's commendable, right? And he actually needs some more support in understanding the institutions and the program and who's in power, right? That's a conversation that they don't want us to have.
And then work out if I'm wrong. Can we do that, Jim?
Well, the thing is, you haven't given me any credit or a moment of reflection for the comparison that I made, the brilliant, if I do say so myself, comparison that I made to the cops pulling over one black person and locking everyone up.
I understand what you're saying.
And my tweet having issues. Wait a second, I wasn't done with the sentence. La, la, la. My tweet referring to all Jewish people, and I said, for the sake of this conversation, I will refer to the business people who have destroyed me and my people and my fellow creatives. But you didn't even accept that I gave.
Not only do they not want to accept it, they're not going to even entertain the conversation. They will blackball you. They will cancel your YouTube channel. They will do everything, take all the facilities that you need to be prosperous and make it extremely hard for you to get where you want to get, right? Because they know it's divide and conquer. And in the world that we live in now, everybody is independent. Everybody's on the independent island. Ain't nobody trying to come together. So that's why people get to retain their power.
Gave you that. You tried to push me back into 1960.
No, I
you
didn't.
tried to push me back into last week.
No, I didn't.
Okay, do you accept that example that I gave you?
I understand completely the example you gave me. I think all racism is wrong.
So I feel that we've grown.
I would like you to reflect.
I feel we've grown.
If you
feel we've grown.
If you've now changed what you wanted to say originally, my question for you is: do you now regret saying defcon 3 on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the defcon, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people. And I was hurt.
It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized. I actually think that says a lot about you, right? That shows you've got that ability to be self-aware, to understand when you cross the line. I think someone like you, with all your energy and creativity and your passion, you're going to say stuff. The way that you talk constantly and in such an extraordinary manner, you're going to trip up. You're going to say things the wrong way. I don't think there's anything wrong in when you do that, doing what you just did. And say, I'm sorry, I crossed the line, I apologize.
I want to say that it's wrong to hold an apology hostage, and I got to let go of that and free myself of the trauma and say, look, I'm just going to give it all up to God right now and say to those families that I hurt, I really want to give you guys a big hug. And I want to, I say, I'm sorry for hurting you with my comments. And I want to word it and not in like a political way, but in a presidential way, which means what I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
Listen, you can't hold it accountable. You cannot hold an apology hostage, right? Because then it'd be disingenuous, right? Kanye is talking over a lot of people's heads, and if you start going into the details of what he really getting at, your life start getting affected. That's why Noriega on the Breakfast Club copping pleas. That's why LeBron James like, nope, I'm not even going to put this out. I'm not even going to play with it. Nope, I'm not even finna. People are not aligning themselves with Kanye, right? And in this apology, and I don't even want to call it an apology. We're going to call it a clarification. He was more poignant. He said, I'm not talking about all Jewish. I'm talking about the 1%, right? The 1% that control the 99%. That's who he was talking to. And he ended it where he wanted to give everybody that he heard a hug. Right? Since this is a public platform, so you got to be real specific, because I don't want to be like out here like Nick Cannon, but it's a conversation that need to be had. It's a conversation that need to be had about the powers that be and their philosophies and how their way of thinking is being imprinted on the world, and Kanye, I salute you, my G. You know what I'm saying? You stood tall in this interview. You didn't break down. You didn't wane. You stood on your point. You made your clarification. I underdig what you're trying to put out. The Karens of the world might not. But hey, listen, it's neither me to be here to say whether he's right or wrong. I'm just saying I understand what he's talking about, right? And that's what we here for. Be Greater Podcast, to give my uneducated opinions. Chicago in the building, so I had to come salute my young king. Kanye, he out here holding his own, out here with the Painter Man hoodie on, like he just got done remodeling his front room. But hey, listen, he got it. He ain't got to impress you, because he got it, right? Listen, it's your boy Earthwind. This is Be Greater Podcast. All I ask for is a like, subscribe, man. And y'all already know the vibes, right? Until next time, be greater, die. What's up? I just want to say thank y'all for tuning in to Be Greater Podcast. It's your boy Earthwind. I just want to say please hit the subscribe button and salute to everybody that's rocking